Welcome, everybody, to Bracket Bash of the podcast. We take a bracket of 32, 64, 120 or more and banter our way down to a winner. I am your host this week, Freddie Fisher, and this is Q. Sitting next to him is a returning bastard. She's not a bastard anymore, but we love her just as much the same. Jess, how you doing today there, love? Really? I thought you were looking forward to this. All them.
The ears.
Oh, yeah, ears, shoulders, knowing Q, his ass hair. Speaking of a beautiful ass, by the way, we also have Bubbles in the house. How you doing today there, love?
I am so flattered. Thank you. I know I look a little bit of a mess today, so having a compliment feels. I'm doing fantastic, and of course, this is your favorite senator from the great state of Bastardom, Bubbles, and I am making some game day snacks. And this is.
I am the bearded bastard, the one with the longest beard, and I'll probably end up having more hair on my head than Q by the end of this, so I'm kind of excited about that. So, yeah.
Speaking of that, today is the day. A while back, Q and I had a bet. It was either going to be his head being shaved or my face being shaved. And as you guys know, I'm protective of this because I can't grow facial hair very well. Like you can tell by the sides, it kind of sucks. I have a lot of Indian in me, and I know I have a lot of Indian in me. As you can tell, this is Apache as hell. But there's that one. Thank you for not laughing at the major dad joke, offensive as far as that could be. But the bet is a Q. He's a huge Raiders fan. I am a huge Bears fan. We decided to bet on who was the worst team out of the two in the NFL, and lo and behold, the very last game of the season decided that when the Bears somehow defeated the Packers in the last remaining seconds. So, Q got let down. So it was a hair versus hair. Q's going to be losing his hair during this show. So look forward to how that's going to end up looking. Other than that, we're talking Valentine's Day this week. So good news for all you happy couples out there. All you not happy couples out there, I do apologize, but you can at least you have the ability to look at Q's bald ass head by the time this is done. All you single people, I feel you. This show might not be for you, but you might be able to use some of these later on because we are talking about first dance songs. When I originally saw this list, this is from Hitched, by the way, the website Hitched for married couples. I thought this was like wedding first dance songs. And going through this list, I'm like, no, I think a lot of these are just first dances couples songs type thing. And because I would never pick some of these. It's going to be myself, Q, Jess, Bubbles, Kevin in that order. You guys do have lifelines because past the parcel, there has been voting this week. I have the list here. Number one and number two, by the way, is actually tied for number one because they both had the same amount of votes. But I did do a tiebreaker on that, and all the rest was set as tiebreakers as well, with the exception of 11 and 12 because those got tied on both spectrums. So let's hope that doesn't come into play. Other than that is steal a vote. You guys know what that is, and blown a load as well. Steal a vote and pass the parcel can be used up to before the final four, and blown a load goes all the way till the end. You guys ready to start this?
So real quick, after talking about my ass hair and then complimenting on your ass, is that really a compliment coming off of my ass hair?
You know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go with it is.
Okay.
I have the faith that all of your hair has traveled up and not down. But
no, it's definitely everywhere.
It's everywhere. Oh, okay.
I would like to say, by the way, I've never actually seen Bubbles' ass in person, so I can't.
Oh, so you
I
see
can't
it like
definitely
online
clarify
or like
that.
in pictures then?
No, I've never seen it.
Why'd you
Period,
have to
so
add in person? Why'd you have to add in person? You should
I-
you should have just left it at I've never seen Bubbles' ass. You
I've
add in
never-
person, it makes it sound like you've seen pictures.
I've never
Okay.
seen Bubbles' ass. Period.
Well, I was just saying, like, there's times where I get up and I walk away from the counter or the camera and stuff, and there's glimpses of it.
I mean,
And
those are my
I've
favorites.
never seen Bubbles' bare ass.
There we
Never
go.
seen the bare ass. 'cause
I've
there's
never seen her
swimsuits.
bare ass, so I can't say that. I've probably looked at Bubbles' ass
You
from
know
time
what?
to
I
time
would-
because it's
I
the
would
middle
take
of my
the
screen.
beating to see it.
You would what?
I would take the beating from your husband so I could see it.
And unfortunately, I'm okay with it because we have a rule that we can look, but we can't touch.
Exactly.
Well,
You can
I
be
think
tempted
that-
all you want. I just can't act on that.
Mr. Bubbles just kind of lets me do my thing. He's like, whatever your decision is, okay.
So
Shout out
are
to
you
Mr.
saying that there's a chance here?
I mean, if you
probably-
end up moving, I mean,
I probably have a swimsuit on because I'm a little bit more shy than I like to admit. I'd be
know what? I'd be
willing.
okay with a swimsuit. Acceptable.
Acceptable. Challenge accepted.
And look, you can't touch.
Hey, fair enough. I'm okay.
shout
with
out to Mr. Bubbles for keeping it clean. As I said, this week we are talking about first dance songs. I start us off. It's either going to be At Last by the great but late Etta James, and we also have late and great Dream a Little Dream by Doris Day. Dream a Little Dream has been done by multiple people in the past. At Last have been done by multiple people in the past as well. Dream a Little Dream most recently has been done by Mamas and the Papas. I personally think that's a better version of this. I put Doris Day on there because that's Doris Day. And At Last is definitely getting my vote because it is probably one of the most iconic wedding songs. And as a wedding officiant myself, I've heard it a lot. And it gets my vote because it's a damn good song. Q, is it At Last by Etta James or Dream a Little Dream by Doris Day?
Okay, I'm trying to think of how the tune of Dream a Little Dream goes. I know the song, I just can't think of it. I know that At Last is the At Last, or whatever the hell that is.
How's it go again?
I have no idea. I'm not doing it again because I only know the first two words and that's it. I don't know nothing more of the song.
My Love Has Come Along.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, something like that.
Lonely Days Are Over. And Life is Like a Song. There you go. Now you had the first two lines there, Q. Go ahead.
Nope, totally forgot already. I'm gonna go with you know what? Let's dream a little dream. Fuck it.
Doris Day gets a nod off of that one. Jess, is it At Last or Dream a Little Dream?
I'm gonna go with That Last.
Of course you would.
Bubbles.
Well, I think I'm gonna give At Last the win here. I also like Cyndi Lauper's version of that song. She does a phenomenal job.
At Last with that does move on to the next round. Kevin finishes up though. Is it Dream a Little Dream or At Last?
Well, last you finally got to me, so I will go with At Last.
Preventing the sweep.
4-1. At Last moves on to the next round. Q starts us off. Is it Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong or Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis?
Oh, I gotta go with Elvis. I mean, he's the king, right? Gotta go with Elvis.
100,000 Elvis fans can't be wrong, apparently. Jess, Can't Help Falling in Love or It's a Wonderful World?
I'm going with Elvis.
But it's a wonderful world, man.
I don't care. It's not a wonderful world.
Wow.
Bubbles.
Ouch.
The world's not wonderful. Our life is.
Good cover.
Bubbles.
Oh, it's gonna be Elvis. I can't go against Elvis yet. Like, we're too early on in this.
Kevin.
I can go against Elvis, and I will. Yeah, I'm actually live in a town next to a military base where he was stationed at one point, and screw out Elvis. So Louis
Wow.
Armstrong.
Tell us
I'm
how you
pretty
feel.
sure that'd be considered necrophilia at this point, but you
I
do
mean,
either, dude. There-
there's
I
a
think you'd
kink for
be past
everybody.
that point. I mean, you're literally doing the bones at this point.
There's a kink for everybody.
I'm also gonna go for "What a Wonderful World" by Louis Armstrong. I personally think it's a better song in general, regardless of the first dance song. And it's the only song on this list that has been banned from the radio at any given point, because after 9/11, it was banned on the radio because apparently it was offensive to people for some reason. I don't know why, but it was. So Can't Help moves on 3-2 to the next round. Jess starts us off on this one. Is it "Kiss Me" by Sixpence None the Richer or "Every Breath You Take" by The Police?
Kiss me. Or don't.
Beneath the melting twilight, leave me
I'm going with Kiss Me.
floor.
Bubbles.
Is that the right song? Am I thinking that is the right?
Yes,
Okay.
it is. By the way, there's 2 songs on this list by the same name. This is one of them, "Kiss Me" by Sixpence None the Richer, and also "Kiss Me" by Ed Sheeran. Speaking of that, these are set in 4 different quadrants, 4 different corners. There's the classic, there's rock, there's modern, and then there's country. This is part of the rock section. The entire "Kiss Me" by Sixpence None the Richer. And Bubbles, you are correct on the version. I was surprised Q was correct on that version because he started to bust that out a little bit.
I was too.
What was the other song? Now that
It is
I like the other
one
one
of the
too.
most creepiest love songs I can ever think of, and that would be "Every Breath You Take" by The Police.
Every breath you take. Oh man, you know what? Just because it's creepy, why not go with it? You know, occasionally I like a little stalking. Just light
Didn't
stalking.
do that song? Like redo that song?
What?
Didn't Diddy redo that song and like make it like
Oh.
I'm pretty sure he did.
I do think he put that in like the chorus of one of his songs.
Yeah, I think he did too,
Yeah.
but I don't think he redid it.
Yeah,
I mean,
It was a memory
like-
song to
I'm pretty sure
Biggie.
it's exact beat.
yeah.
I think
Because of-
Sting would have been
Yeah.
pissed off about that. So
No, I'm pretty damn sure it's there.
Sting performed with Diddy at the VMAs at one point with the song.
Right.
Yeah.
Diddy was cool.
that's
Like
that's
when
surprising,
Diddy was
'cause-
cool.
yeah. Back when Diddy the different
Back when
Diddy
Diddy diddled, yeah.
Yeah, after when he diddled the different Diddy.
Kevin, is it "Every Breath You Take" or "Kiss Me"?
Well, I'm all about the creep factor with the Every Breath You Take, and the Kiss Me is in every fucking rom-com ever, so I'm not gonna vote for that.
Okay, but so is "Every Breath You Take." Like that's in
Yeah.
way too many movies for it to for what it is.
I agree. I'm gonna go with "Kiss Me" on this one. Again, I think it's a better song, and oddly enough, I think "Kiss Me" is more iconic than "Every Breath You Take," and that is a slippery slope to even start to go up. It is a tie-breaking
Hey.
decision coming down to Q.
Sometimes the first dance can lead to a slippery slope.
Mm-hmm. Is it "Kiss Me" or "Every Breath You Take"?
Well, Jess didn't kiss me, so
You made me
I am
laugh.
going to
I'm gonna
Every
change
Breath
it to
You
"Kiss
Take.
Me."
What?
I'm changing it to "Kiss Me." I thought that was going to win, so I went ahead and did "Every Breath You Take." So now I had to change it before Q gave his final vote.
Q. I think Q actually got his vote in before you said that, though.
I shouted first, though.
I shouted first.
I got too loud; nobody could hear him.
Oh my god!
I'm
All
gonna
right, so did Kiss Me just win now?
I'm gonna give it to "Every Breath You Take" for multiple reasons. Multiple reasons. One, Q is already losing today. Q is already losing today. And
What
I'm
is
surprised. I'm
there?
kind of surprised you haven't started cutting
I didn't know
cutting
when
his
we were
hair yet.
doing it.
I
I
would
can
just do it
start.
throughout the show.
Okay.
Just a line here and a line there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I start?
And just when it's not your guys' turn, press mute real quick. So and then that way we can see like half his head shape through like half the show. Talk about screenshots. But no, I'm gonna give it to Every Breath You Take on this one because one, Q's already losing. He's the only one who can't change his vote anyway. And from my ear intake, I did hear Q's first before you yelled it.
That's
And
fine.
even though
You
I
were
enjoy
louder though.
you,
Yeah.
I enjoy you yelling at me for whatever reason, I'm still gonna go with Q on this one. It's Every Breath You Take, and a
That's
very, very
probably
split
because I
decision.
sound like a snow shrew.
Just that's the reason I like it.
It's got to be it because it reminds you of that little. It reminds everybody of that little like snow shrew off of Zootopia.
I
The
actually
one
don't
that
like.
she almost
I
gets
don't like
squished
that
by the
movie. I don't
donut,
know.
and she's like, "Oh, I love your hair," and she's like, "Oh, thank you."
Oh my god, you do. It's a sad part. Bubbles, start this off. Is it "Don't Want to Miss a Thing" by Aerosmith,
And I don't want to miss a thing,
or "I'll Do Anything for Love" by Meatloaf?
but I won't do that.
I think she should
Yep.
just stop there with the haircut and just leave it like that.
Don't want to miss a thing by Aerosmith. Did I just say that wrong? I don't know. I'm
Is
all
that your
over.
vote?
But don't want to miss a thing is my answer. Final answer.
All right, it gets a nod. Kevin, I don't want to
Yeah.
miss a thing or do anything for love.
I don't want to miss a thing.
According to the audience, by the way, "Do Anything for Love" is the worst song on the list for the topic.
Well,
And considering that we never find out what he won't do for love, it's never actually answered.
it's vote
gonna-
for the song. That's what it.
I'm gonna go for "Don't Want to Miss a Thing," even though it's completely overplayed. Q, "Don't Want to Miss a Thing" by Aerosmith, or "Do Anything for Love" by Meatloaf?
So the whole "do anything for love," like basically it's giving you the option of any like type of scenario that you won't do yourself. So if like, you know, if the scenario comes up where you're just like, nah, I wouldn't do that shit, nah. That's what you wouldn't do for love. That's what he wouldn't do for love. So he just leaves it for an open scenario for anybody, including yourself, that's listening.
It's really hard to take you with a straight face. Like, for anybody out there who was listening to this on Spotify, bracket Bastards podcast on YouTube. That's
Like right here is really cold.
this is like the best bet I've ever made. All right, Q. "Don't Want to Miss a Thing" or do anything for love. What's your vote?
Do anything for love.
Gets a nod. Jess?
Don't want to miss a thing.
Believe me, I want to miss this.
4-1 moves on to the next round. Kevin starts us off. Jess, you might want to make that patch bigger before you start laughing. Kevin, is it "Kiss Me" by Ed Sheeran or "Thinking Out Loud" by Ed Sheeran?
I'll go "Kiss Me" by Ed Sheeran.
Gets a vote. I don't like the song "Kiss Me." I don't know why it was on this list, but because I agree with pretty much every other one on here. "Thinking Out Loud" gets my vote. Jess, or sorry, Q, is it "Kiss Me" or "Thinking Out Loud" by Ed Sheeran?
They're both Ed Sheeran.
Yep.
You're the cutest little old man, Q.
Okay.
Yeah, Dad.
What was the second one?
It's either Thinking Out Loud or Kiss Me.
Yeah, we're gonna go Thinking Out Loud.
Get to vote, Jess.
Because if I was right now, oh my god, guys. Oh my god.
I kind of want Emma to get some shaving in too.
Oh, she's going to.
She's going to.
I
We're gonna
Good.
do this with her.
Jess, Thinking Out Loud or Kiss Me,
Kiss me.
which means it's a tie-breaking decision coming down to Bubbles. Bubbles, both by Ed Sheeran. Is it Kiss Me or Thinking Out Loud?
I'm going to go with Thinking Out Loud. I think that one I happen to just do car karaoke to a lot more. Okay.
3-2 moves on to the next round.
Hi.
Oh.
Just need you to text me your address.
Oh, okay. I can do that. Sorry, I have my. I'm on a podcast and. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying to find mute.
I got.
There you go. There you go. All right. I start this one off. It's either going to be Better Together by Jack Johnson or Rewrite the Stars from The Greatest Showman. I love both of these songs. I really do. Like, I love both of these songs. I love the movie that the Rewrite the Stars comes from. I think Better Together is completely underrated song from another movie, and I can't remember what the damn movie it comes from. I'm going to go, not thinking it's going to move on, I'm going to go with Rewrite the Stars on this one. Q, is it Rewrite the Stars or Better Together?
Better Together for the
Gets the
weather.
vote. Jess
I'm going with Better Together.
gets another one. Bubbles, is it
Enough.
Rewrite the Stars or Better Together?
Rewrite the Stars.
Which means it's a tie-breaking decision coming down to the bearded bastard himself. Rewrite the Stars or Better Together?
I am going to send this to Pass the Parcel.
Pass the Parcel says, in a... I'm trying to find the... So much... That's fucking hilarious. It's going to be Rewrite the Stars in a... Because Better Together got tied with the tiebreaker, at least. It got 31st place, but it also tied for like second to last with like 9 other people, 9 other songs. The other one is not in the top half, but pretty close to it. So Rewrite the Stars gets past a parcel from Kevin. Q, in your bald-headed glory, kind of, so far.
You're not in the camera. Go the other way now.
It's we're in the country section.
Yeah.
Is it Speechless by Dan and Shay or I Swear by John Michael Montgomery?
I swear, because if a country song wins this, I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, it's gonna no matter what, a country song will make it to the final 4.
Yeah, I'm well aware of this.
So, Jess, Speechless or I Swear?
I swear.
Gets another one. Bubbles.
How do I know these songs?
Because you're secretly a romantic.
Right?
So, what's your vote there, hon?
What's your vote, babe?
I said I swear.
Sorry, Jess.
No, Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Me? Okay, I wasn't sure if we're... Because I was like, well, I heard Jess's, but I wasn't sure if you didn't hear it or not. But mine's also I Swear.
Gets another one. Kevin.
I'm going to go for I Swear, although I do like the All for One version better.
I prefer the All for One version as well. I'm surprised they didn't make the list for Hitched, but there's that. I'm going to give it to Speechless by Dan and Shay. I actually prefer the song between these two songs in particular, Speechless over I Swear. 4-1 though.
The what was it? The I Swear was actually my I think it was my first wedding's first dance. I think.
Mine did not make this list.
I don't remember. least you don't either.
No, I swear I'm glad my first marriage is over. So.
Jess starts out but finishes out the first half of round one. Is it God Gave Me You by Blake Shelton
That's what it was.
or Stealing Cinderella by Chuck Wicks?
God Gave Me You, because that was our wedding song.
Wow. If that hasn't turned tables.
Bubbles.
So, when I was like 18, I
What was that,
hopped
like 12
on
years ago?
stage with Chuck Wicks on my birthday. And I got to be up on stage with him and dance and autograph and all kinds of cool stuff. So I am going to go with Chuck Wicks on this one. And that Cinderella song is just cute.
Gets a vote. Kevin, Stealing Cinderella or God Gave Me You?
I don't care about either one of these songs, but in honor of Bubbles, I will go with the Chuck Wicks.
Gets my votes as well. Stealing Cinderella is more of a father-daughter song than a first dance song. And if and when my daughter ever gets married, like it's on the top 10 list of songs that I want. It's going to be her choice eventually, but I think what's going to happen is that she's going to give me the option of a list of songs that I want played, and that she's going to choose from it, type thing. That's because my daughter's a very problematic person, where she solves issues. So knowing her, that's what she's going to end up doing. With my vote, Stealing Cinderella will be moving on. Q, finish this out. Is it Stealing Cinderella or God Gave Me You?
Well, beliefs have changed. That's for damn sure. I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna go with the first one.
God Gave Me You.
No.
No.
Second one. Sorry.
Stealing Cinderella.
Yeah.
Going against your wedding song.
Beliefs have changed. God had no fucking. There was nothing. He had no help in this whatsoever.
I mean, do you think it's a safe idea to go against your wedding song when your wife has very sharp objects in her hand?
You know what? It's okay, because she knows that she knows things have changed. She only went with it just because it was the wedding song. Well, things have changed since then.
Yeah.
My thoughts.
All right.
Process.
Stealing Cinderella moves on 4-1 to the next round. We'll be right back right after this break. Before I became a podcaster, never did I think that all these 5-star reviews requests actually did anything. Well, I was wrong. But even though we're all bastards, what the fuck was that? Even though we're all bastards, we're not going to expect you to take those valuable 3 seconds with nothing in return. I mean, to be perfectly honest, it's kind of rude. Trade you for it, though. If you send us a screenshot of your 5-star review on whatever your go-to is on YouTube, Spotify, or some other podcatcher you happen to have, send it to us with a matchup or a letter or a question, and we'll shout you out on the show. We'll call it our Thank You To review. If you want to send us a Thank You To review, by the way, it is Bracket, that's BRACKET, TY2R at yahoo.com. Much like Phyllis did. Phyllis writes, love the Dear Bastard, love the show, so 5 stars are deserved, #Spotify. My question is, I like what you have on your page, but what is one show that you would love to guest on? So while Jess and Q are kind of finishing up right now, I'm going to start with Bubbles. Blurry as she is. Bubbles, what podcast would you love to guest on?
Two Bears, One Cave with Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura.
It's a good show. I can't disagree. Kevin?
I'm going to go Good Mythical Morning with Rhett and Link.
I've never heard of that one.
It's more of a YouTube podcast, but it's pretty good.
Q and Jess, are there any podcasts that you would like to guest on or shows that you would like to guest on?
I don't really listen to any podcasts, so I can't say that I would.
I don't know the name really of like the podcasts and shit, but anything with like Joe Rogan, I think would be fun.
I'm a huge wrestling fan. Anything that What Culture Wrestling puts out, I think it would be a fun thing to go on. I'm a huge fan of Adam Wilborn as a showrunner and a producer and a on-screen talent. So I would love to collab with him sometime. Have him either on our wrestling show or have me do something with them. I don't know what, but I think it'd be blast. Never gonna happen, but I think it'd be a blast. Signed by Phyllis Hoon. So Phyllis, thank you for your thank you to letter. Thank you for being part of the thank you to review. As always, for the rest of you out there, as I said before, bracket BRACKET TY2R at yahoo.com. That also works if you want to be on the show, on any of the Bastard shows that we have on here. That's a good way to get a hold of me, and we can get you scheduled to do anything else. Welcome back for the second half of part one, for round one on here. It looks like Bubbles starts us off. Bubbles, back in the classic section. Is it Love by Nat King Cole or Over the Rainbow, the Hawaiian version?
Over the Rainbow.
Gets a vote. Kevin.
Oh, I'm a sucker for that ukulele. Give me that Over the Rainbow.
I love that version as well. I think that version is better than the version from Wizard of Oz. But growing up on Little Rascals, the love song, the entire L is for the look you give to me. O is for the only one I see. V is for very, very extraordinary, and E is I can't remember what E
Or
is.
extra
Anyway.
extraordinary.
Very, very extraordinary.
There you go.
Is even more than I adore. Love.
It gets my vote. I love both of these songs, so just
Wait,
for
Freddie.
I
have not got to try that yet. Is that any good?
I'm about to try it for the first time.
Really?
Chug it.
A little cough medicine-y, but not bad.
But so you have the zero sugar one though, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in the non-zero sugar ones yet, so I'm waiting for it to come out because I can't stand. You got to have some kind of sugar in there. Bubbles. So much better with a new mic.
It is so satisfying.
All right. Q. Is it Love or Over the Rainbow?
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. I'm going with that one.
Getting high gets a vote. Jess.
I'm kidding.
While your head's down there, Jess.
I am going with Love.
All you need is love. Wait, wrong song.
Rainbow gets a vote, moves on 3-2 to the next round, faces 4-1. Kevin starts us off. Kevin, still in the classic section. Is it All You Need Is Love by the Beatles or The Way You Look Tonight by Frank Sinatra?
I'm going to go with the Beatles.
Gets a vote. I'm going to go with Frank Sinatra on here. I think the Beatles, All You Need Is Love is a little bit too of a fast-paced song for a first dance song, for me at least. The Way You Look Tonight is it's much more of a classic type tone. Gets my vote. Q, All You Need Is Love or The Way You Look Tonight?
I'm definitely going with the Beat the Hose.
Jess.
Frank Sinatra.
Tie-breaking decision coming down to Bubbles. Bubbles, do you want the tea?
We all know that I love the tea. Spill the tea.
It's 1-3-2 going to be facing another 3-2 on this one with Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis. Is it All You Need Is Love? All You Need Is Love by the Beatles, or The Way You Look Tonight by Frank Sinatra?
Let's do. I like Frank Sinatra, but I don't even have him on my playlist. So I'm going to go with All You Need Is Love.
You should probably fix that.
I should probably fix that. Is that going to be something I do immediately? Probably not.
No.
I try my best.
All right. All You Need Is Love moves on to the next round, 3-2. Next up, I start this one off. It's either A Little Thing Called Love by The Darkness or Queen, depending on which one you want to use. I will accept both. Or Everything I Do by Bryan Adams. I just like the song A Little Thing Called Love better, to be perfectly honest. Queen upside. I think The Darkness does a better job to it, but I'm going to go with Little Thing Called Love. Q, Little Thing Called Love or Everything I Do?
Everything I do it for you.
Again, the fact that you know that song actually kind of surprises me.
Thank Family Guy.
Yeah, it's an 80s song. So, Jess, Little Thing Called Love or Everything I Do?
Everything I Do.
Gets a vote. Bubbles.
Little Thing Called Love.
Tie-breaking decision coming down to Kevin. Kevin, do you want to know who's facing?
No, I already know my decision. I find everything everything I do for you to be very, very annoying. I do not like that song at all, so I'm going for the Queen.
Charlotte Flair moves on. All right. Little Thing Called Love moves on 3-2 to the next round, facing another 3-2. Q starts us off. Q, is it the Goo Goo Dolls' Iris or Bon Jovi's Always?
Let's pass the parcel.
Between Iris and Always, it's definitely going to be Iris because Iris got very far up on the list. Always left us at 22. Yeah, in spot number 22. So Iris gets that vote. Jess, Iris or Always?
I'm going with Iris.
Gets another one. Bubbles.
I am going with Iris, and my little emo heart is like Sleeping with Sirens version. Although I do like the Goo Goo Dolls just fine, but I just happen to have a soft spot for Sleeping with Sirens.
Kevin.
I'll break
I
it up
swear to God,
and
she
go
said
with
emo
Always.
heart there, not emo heart. And I was really fucking confused for a second.
Sorry, Kevin.
Always.
Hair.
I'm gonna go with Always as well, but I would like it known that I always thought Always was Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers and not Bon Jovi. And Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, the reason I got this confused is that they do the song Last Dance with Mary Jane and came out around the same time. So Iris moves on 3-2 to the next round, faces a 4-1. Jess starts us off. Jess, is it Love Me Like You Do by Ellie Goulding or Marry You by Train?
Love Me Like You Do.
Gets a vote. Bubbles.
It's going to be Love Me Like You Do, and every time I think of that song, I think of the 50 Shades of Grey movie.
Yes.
It's kind of
So
a vote
do I.
existence for me on that one. Kevin, Love Me Like You Do or Marry You?
Love Me Like You Do.
I'm gonna go that way as well. Q.
Love me like you do. Love me like you do.
Touch me like you do.
I wouldn't go that far with it. I just go far enough so that way people know that I know the song.
Am I the only one that thinks Q actually looks pretty good with a bald head?
No, I was gonna say something earlier. Yeah, I kind of
Like,
like the look.
I
Yeah.
think he does. I think his
That's weird.
he actually looks pretty good with a bald head.
Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie.
Not bad at all. Love Me Like You Do moves on 5-0 in our first Bubbles. She's on mute, but
I said the first sweep.
5-0.
I'm not the only one that does it.
Bubbles, by the way, starts us off. Is it Marry You by Bruno Mars or 1,000 Years by Christina Perri?
Oh gosh, you know what? I'm gonna go with "Marry You" by Bruno Mars, just because I think it's so fun and I love to just dance.
Get to vote.
Although
Kevin.
I don't know if I would do that as my first dance song.
I'm gonna go with Bruno Mars as well.
I agree. I do like the song 1,000 Years. I think it's overplayed as fuck though. Like it's just I love the piano versions of that song more than the actual version of the song. But Q, Marry You by Bruno Mars or 1,000 Years by Christina Perri.
Just for the fact that 1,000 Years was on Twilight, I am not voting for it.
I'm surprised you know that, but
We're finding
Q's
out a lot.
surprising the crap out of me
Yeah,
today. I
we're
don't know what it
finding
is.
Dude, the hair's gone. Thoughts are coming in. They're leaking out. I
like
don't know what the fuck's happening, bro.
It's like a filter, like a freaking helmet. The hair just blocked a whole bunch of shit from coming out. That's what it was. Q's actually smart. Who would have known it? Jess, finish this out. Is it Marry You or 1,000 Years?
I'm going to marry you.
Sweep number 2.
Number 2.
Is that our first sweep?
Yes, it is. And you started that one. So, Kevin, country section. Is it Amazed by Lone Star or Must Be Doing Something Right by Billy Currington?
We'll go Lone Star.
Gets the vote. I'm going to go with Amazed. Mainly because it has some dad elements in there as well. And I usually try to vote for stuff that talks about dads. So there's that. Q, Amazed or Must Be Doing Something Right?
Baby, I'm amazed by you.
I'm just going to stop saying that. I'm surprised. Yes. Amazed, Must Be Doing Something Right.
I'm going with Amazed.
I must be doing something right to making Freddie speechless.
Bubbles.
Must be doing something right. I just heard her sigh. That's my vote. I was rocking to it a minute ago.
Amazed moves on through to the next round, faces a 4-1. I start this one off. I wrote my thing down and didn't start us off. I start this one off and finishes out round 1. It's either Cross My Heart by George Strait or Bless the Broken Road by Rascal Flatts. Bless the Broken Road is a depressing fucking song. How it's the first dance song, I have no idea. And if you don't believe me, go watch the video to Bless the Broken Road, because it's about death. Somebody dies during the song. Like, if you want to
But
talk
it's
about
still, it's like bittersweet though. Like, look, I'm so sorry that you went through all the shit that you went through, but at the same time, because you don't always have to say but, I'm so glad that you are here with me. I am so glad that everything you went through has brought you to me.
I'm gonna go with Cross My Heart. George Strait gives my vote. Q, is it Cross My Heart or Bless the Broken Road?
I cross my heart and hope to die. Yep, no, that one too. What was the other one?
That's
Oh,
not the
Gospel
song.
Broken Road.
That's
Okay,
not the song.
straight to you. Yep. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna go with the straight one.
Jess.
He knows more songs than I do.
That's not the song though, but like
No.
it's not at all.
Oh, is that not the song?
Not at all.
My bad. I really did think it was. My bad. Oh well.
You got that cross my heart part right.
Yeah, I believe the next.
I bet I did. I bet I did.
And Promise 2,
Yeah.
give all I've got to give to make all your dreams come true.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know the song that fucking well. Okay, I knew it a little bit. Shush.
One of George Strait's like 60 number ones. So I believe, if I remember right, George Strait has the most number ones of any singular artist at this point.
I'm going with George Strait.
Is he George?
Gets a vote and the win off of that one. Bubbles, Cross My Heart or Bless the Broken Road?
Oh, I'm definitely going with Bless the Broken Road. I know you think it's depressing and sad. I think it's bittersweet.
And Kevin.
Oh, the man, the myth, the legend, George Strait.
Cross My Heart, 4-1. That means the road for Bless the Broken Road ends here on that one. 4-1. Faces another 4-1 in the next round. We'll be right back after this.
Faces the
break.
End of the road.
That would have been better. All right. We don't have any guests this week. So
We have Jess. Jess is a guest.
Well, yeah,
Jess
but
is
Jess
technically
doesn't
a
have
guest.
anything to promote, I don't think. So
Did you even ask? That was just rude.
I know. So rude.
I'm me. That's all I promote is me.
You promote you. I dig that. You do.
Well, and
Yeah,
see,
I'm not gonna lie. I think Q looks better like this than he did with his hair.
I think so too. And the really funny part is that whenever we didn't have a guest before this happened, I would promote this episode because this is the next special episode that we have is Q getting his head shaved on this entire thing. And now that he's getting his head shaved or has gotten it, it's almost done. By the way, I dropped off a package for them because the thing that Emma, the skull shaver Emma has in her hand right now is mine. The razor that the beard trimmer is mine. And I made sure to go out and buy some shaving cream and some ladies' razors. I bought ladies' razors because, guys, for all you guys out there buying the men's razors, stop. Check your manhood at the door and just go get women's razors because they are so much fucking better. They really, especially on your head. For someone who shaves their head with a razor too, if you have the ability to have a woman's razor to shave your head with a woman's razor. It works so much fucking better than a men's razor.
I used to shave my head with a razor. I now have a skull shaver like that, which it's quicker in my opinion to use one of those.
Yeah, it doesn't get as close as I hoped it would. Like I like smooth skin type thing, at least for a couple of hours until it pops up a little bit more. But One of these days, I'm going to lose my hair eventually. It's one of the things I'm trying to find is the ability to lose my hair eventually, like just gone. But I can't find anything with the exception of going through cancer treatment that actually loses my hair. So
I'm curious to what Jess thinks of this look of Q, to tell you the truth.
Q Jess doesn't like it. What about Emma? Emma, do you like Daddy's hair? No. I don't care about Q's opinion. So.
You guys want this done as well?
Oh yeah. Go.
Who's gonna do that?
Me. You are
Go
not
ham.
Absolutely. You're lucky I'm letting you touch this.
That's
It's almost idiot proof.
all right. Welcome back for round 2. It looks like Q starts us off on this one. Q, is it At Last by Etta James or Over the Rainbow, the Hawaiian version?
I like getting laid as soon as I get off a plane, so let's go Hawaii.
Hawaii gets a vote off of that one. Jess?
I agree.
Rainbow with 2 bubbles.
I love the Rainbow song, and I feel like it's going to win, so I'm going to go with At Last because I feel like it needs at least one vote.
Kevin?
Yeah, I got to stay with that ukulele, that little thing. I love it.
Bubbles is right on this one. It would have been a sweep if it wasn't for her. 4-1 moves to the next round. Jess starts us off. In the rock section, is it Every Breath You Take by The Police or A Little Thing Called Love by the Beatles, by Queen / The Darkness?
Every breath you take.
Police gets a nod. Bubbles.
It was Every Breath You Take and what?
A Little Thing Called Love.
Every Breath You Take.
Kevin.
Every breath you take.
I'm going to break this up and go with A Little Thing Called Love on this one. Kia, finish this out.
Yeah, Every Breath You Take.
4-1 to the next round. I'm the lonely voter on that one. Bubbles starts us off. In the modern day section, is it Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran or Love Me Like You Do by Ellie Goulding?
What the actual fuck?
I love it when you whisper.
Stupid. I hate when we do this to ourselves.
Hello, Mama, let me whisper in your ear.
That is the first dance song. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to use a lifeline, and I'm going to pass the parcel on this one.
Pass the parcel for Bubbles is off the board between Love Me Like You Do or Thinking Out Loud. It's going to be Love Me Like You Do. And Thinking Out Loud got 25th place. So it's well below the halfway point, and Love Me Like You Do ended up getting in the top 10. So there's that. Kevin, Love Me Like You Do or Thinking Out Loud?
Love Me Like You Do. Love me like you do.
I agree, which means that we'll be moving on. Q, Love Me Like You Do or Thinking Out Loud?
You don't want to hear my thoughts right now.
Jesus Christ.
Love me like you do. Just love me like you do because you won't otherwise.
So, Jess, earlier we were talking about how you miss, like, having hair to grab onto.
Nope.
So, Josh prefers his head shaved, whereas I also like something to hold on to and pull and stuff. So we have compromised, and he does like the Viking thing where he just has it like there, the crown of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So then we get the best of both worlds, and it is absolutely the best of both worlds.
Interesting.
I mean, if you really wanted to, just put a plunger on his head. You'd be fine.
I look like I got like bukkakied.
I'm so sorry, Freddie. I was muted and I snorted and everything. It was a good one.
I mean, not that I know.
On the plus side, at least Quentin's hair grows back really fast.
Yeah.
I hope you have to go to work like this
He
tomorrow.
will.
Yeah.
But he'll have his hat on.
Jess, finish this out. Is it Love Me Like You Do or Thinking Out Loud?
Love me like you do.
Love you.
Gets another one. 5-0 to the next round. Kevin starts us off.
Was
Is
that
it-
our first sweep?
It is. Thank you for following along. Kevin,
problem.
is it I Swear by John Michael Montgomery or Amazed by Lone Star?
I Swear by John Michael Montgomery.
Gets a vote. I'm going to go for Amazed, same reason as before. Q.
I'm gonna get the pool stick. What's up? Sorry.
Is it I Swear or Amazed?
Amazed.
Gets a vote. Jess.
I swear.
Tie-breaking decision coming down to Bubbles. And we do not have who is
let's
facing
go.
in the next round, so you can't have the tea.
That's okay. So every time I think of the I Swear song, I think of that Ryan Reynolds movie, and I can't think of the name of. I think it's called Just Friends, actually. And at the end, when they sing it, and it just cracks me up. So I'm gonna go with I Swear.
Did you regret this?
No.
Yes, you do.
Moves on 3-2 to the next round. I start this one off as either in the classic session. It's "Can't Help Falling in Love" by Elvis or "All You Need Is Love" by the Beatles. Elvis versus the Beatles.
Classic.
That's the definition of classic. I think 100,000 Elvis fans can be wrong. So I'm going to vote against him. I'm going to go with I'm going to vote for the Queen on this one, and which is ironic because you don't vote for Queen. But "All You Need Is Love" gets my vote. Q. "All You Need Is Love" or "Can't Help Falling in Love"?
I thought "All You Need Is Love" is the Beatles.
Yeah, sorry, I was thinking of something else.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Had me confused too.
maybe I
Had
was-
me confused too.
It's been a lot. I'm still getting used to Q's hair
Or lack of, yeah.
without laughing.
Smarter with the bald, and you're getting dumber with the bald.
No,
It's like my
I'm
dumb
getting-
thoughts.
I'm getting dumber with Q's bald. I think what's happening is that my intelligence is switching over to Q because I'm getting so distracted by this. Q, is it all I Need Is Love by the Beatles or "Can't Help Falling in Love" by Elvis?
You can't taste it. It's not shaving.
Go with the B-holes.
B-holes. Gets a vote. Jess, "All You Need Is Love" or "Can't Help"?
I'm going with Elvis. And so our now 5-year-old thinks that this is whipped cream on Daddy's head and wants to lick it.
Oh, let him. It's a life lesson.
No.
Yeah,
Great life.
that's just like playing with a fork in a light socket. Let them do it.
Yeah, let him do it. I mean,
He'll learn. He'll do it once. That's it. I promise.
Hmm
it's one of those things that you need to learn. Not everything out there is edible, and some things are edible, and you're gonna have a lot more fun with it.
It was a zit.
Oh my God, you cut me.
It was a zit.
It was a zit.
Oh my God.
I love when the kids think this is chocolate milk mix.
Oh God.
And they want to argue with me when I'm like, no, you don't need to bite it. That's not going to taste good. They're like, yes, it is. And then I'm like, fine, let's do it. Guess who doesn't eat the chocolate milk mix anymore?
Oh, hey, the chocolate milk mix is great. What do you mean? I like that shit by the spoonful.
That's baking.
But this
for
is baking
though.
cocoa. It has no
Oh.
sweetener, no
Oh,
sugars. or
never
anything.
mind. I
So
didn't
now
see
I
that
think
part.
it's all
It's
the baking
straight
cocoa.
up cocoa. Bubbles. Can't help falling in love, or all you need is love.
I think that I'm gonna go with "Can't Help Falling in Love" because I feel like that's more of a first dance song.
Which means it's a tiebreaker coming down to Kevin. Kevin, can't help falling in love, or all you need is love, or do you need the need to know who is facing in the next round?
No, I think I'm gonna go with the Liverpool lads.
Beatles gets a vote off of that one. All you need is love. 3-2 faces a 4-1 in the next round. Q starts us off. Q, I don't want to miss a thing by Aerosmith, or the Iris by Goo Goo Dolls.
All right, so I'm just saying right now, Jess better not miss a thing because then it's gonna look stupid.
Oh, well,
So make
then
sure
I
you
don't
get
know.
every piece of hair, babe.
I'm trying.
All right, so let's go with Don't Miss a Thing.
Jess?
What was the other one?
It doesn't matter.
It's either Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls or Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith.
I'm going with Iris.
Bubbles.
As much as I love the Iris song, Mr. Bubbles has voted for me while we were on mute, and it is "Don't Want to Miss a Thing."
We need to get him back on the show again, I swear.
We
It's,
do.
it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Kevin, Don't Want to Miss a Thing or Iris?
I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep because I miss you, baby. And I don't want to miss a thing.
I do want to fall asleep though. That's the thing.
3-2, Don't Want to Miss a Thing moves on to the next round. I would have gone with Iris. The audience, by the way, went with Iris. They were Iris actually ended up winning this entire thing for them. It was 1-2, but Iris actually won the tiebreaker on that one because it ended up topping off in the Billboard charts at number 9, and the other one that tied for number 1 didn't get that far. So, Don't Want to Miss a Thing moves on 3-2 to the next round. Jess starts us off. Is it Rewrite the Stars or Marry You?
Marry You.
Gets a vote. Bubbles.
Is "Marry You" the Bruno Mars one?
Yes.
Yep, that'll be mine.
Kevin.
Yep.
I have a tendency to vote for musicals. I'm going to vote for musicals on this one. Rewrite the Stars gets my vote. Can you finish us up?
Yep, I have a tendency not to vote for musicals. I don't like musicals, so I'm gonna go with the other one.
Which is why I said that, because it was already going to lose anyway. Marry You moves on 4-1 to the next round. Bubbles finishes out round 2. Is it Stealing Cinderella by Chuck Wicks or Cross My Heart by George Strait?
Is it my vote?
Yes, it is.
I'm so sorry. I'm moving things around my kitchen. It's gonna be Chuck Wicks for me.
Chuck Wicks gets a vote. Kevin.
I'm going to go with George Strait.
Stealing Cinderella is like one of my favorite country songs of all time, regardless of subject matter. So I'm going to go with Stealing Cinderella on this one. And I don't think it's needed, but I'm going to do it anyway. Just because you're a guest today, I'm going to be stealing your vote. And that way you can keep on shaving Q's head. And we'll be going for Stealing Cinderella as well, which means that we'll be moving on. Q.
Well, I was going to, the Strait of Georges. So I guess.
Can you guarantee that he's straight though? Like, I feel like we're assuming a lot here.
I mean, his name kind of says it all.
Well,
or is it a cover?
Listen, I know quite a few cooks that just really can't cook. Some bakers that can't bake. So I don't know if the name really does much.
Or they're just not baked at the time.
I mean, I know a guy named Stoner, and he kind of lives up to the name.
I mean, I'm a fisher, and I can't fish for shit. So
So we've got 1/4 here. We got
I'm
one out
a
of.
ray, and I'm a ray of sunshine.
Oh,
See,
it's 2 out of 5. I'm a Barnwell, and I would love to be a farmer.
Jess, just out of curiosity, would it have been Stealing Cinderella or Cross My Heart?
Stealing Cinderella.
yeah.
All right. So either way, it would have gone on. All right. Stealing Cinderella moves on 3-2, facing another 3-2, and most of these are actually split votes. So we'll be right back right after this break. By the way, pass the parcel, which Jess and myself have, and steal a votes, which everybody has. These next 4 votes are your last time to use them. And nobody had blown a load either, so that goes all the way to the end of the game. Kevin, what you been up to?
Oh man, other than being on Bracket Bastards, I am on the Mod Squad network, where we have a movie entertainment show, a horror entertainment show, a gamer entertainment show. We do a Conversations with the Mod Squad, where we interview YouTube personalities, and we go live every Saturday night with a giveaway. I'm also on Back to the Retro Review, where I review movies from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. I also do budget podcasting tech reviews, and I have a budget podcasting podcast that goes live every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And of course, I'm your host, Freddie Fisher. I have 5 shows that I'm technically hosting right now, and it's getting absolutely ridiculous. Number one, of course, this show. If you're listening to this show and you know what this show is, you know what the show is. I'm not going to have to actually explain it to you. One of the other shows that we do is a recasting call. We're actually recording one tomorrow night. Kevin and myself and my great co-host Kate will be recasting the TV show Golden Girls. And it's going to be a shit ton of fun. Other than that, we have a wrestling show called Central Booking, where we check out and talk about not the reviews on what's been going on, but different wrestling thought projects, stuff like that. This upcoming week, we're going to be talking about the Elimination Chamber and what we would do in that particular situation. We have Bastard Backstage as always, and we also have a new project that I'm working on. It's going to be a show eventually, and that is a show called Versus, where we take a duo of some sort and have them battle each other in a tournament, and with really, really, really stupid results type thing. And they each get to pick 8 in a draft type scenario. The last time we did this one, it was the first episode, by the way, out there. We ended up talking about who would make better refs than the refs in the NFL. And I'm not going to tell you who won that one, but that's going to be the first episode out sometime this summer. So check that one out. And you never know, we might have some other projects in the future. If anybody wants to be part of one of these, let me know. You have the email from before, and we will definitely try to get you on. Welcome back for round 3 and beyond. It looks like Kevin. Yeah, looks like Kevin starts us off on this one. Is it Somewhere Over the Rainbow or All You Need Is Love?
Only because I need to steal a vote. I'm gonna steal Jess's vote because
Wow!
well, I mean, I'm your replacement, so I'm gonna steal your vote. So I'm going to go with the ukulele.
I think I'm done shaving his head.
I think it looks pretty good.
So I have a question. Do I use just body wash now?
Yeah, can.
See,
Are there tips for keeping the head warm besides a hat?
Should he keep his beard?
yes,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I shouldn't shave the beard off and just be completely.
No. Yeah,
No.
no. You'll drop 10 years, at least 10 years without the beard.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah,
You should
doesn't
just beard it out like Kevin kind of beard, like get full.
I wouldn't go that far. I'd go another 2 or 3 inches all the way around and then shape
Yeah.
it.
Another 2 or 3 inches is always a good thing.
He can't handle it. He's tried
Tried what?
getting it longer.
Oh yeah, no.
It bugs the shit out of him.
It bugs the fuck out of me. I had to, yeah.
He's tried a little bit of a 2 or 3 extra inches.
Only on the weekend.
Every other Tuesday.
Just-
The
Twice on
second
Sunday.
Tuesday of the week. No, he kind of looks like the guy that, not the ShamWow guy, but like the
Mr. Clean.
no, not even Mr. Who was it? Like the Billy?
Billy Zane?
No, not. Yeah, what was it? Billy Zane?
Billy Blaine.
Blaine, the guy that did the entire infomercial type things.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of gives that vibe. I like it though.
Wait. There's more.
Yeah, but wait, there's more. Type thing.
To quote Tom Hanks from A League of Their Own, anybody ever tell you look like a penis with a hat on?
Mm-hmm. Just now, actually.
The only
mean,
thing, I did cut him a little bit just because he did end up having a zit right there. And
That's
I
what
went
she
over it.
says. I don't think that's true. I think she
No,
just cut
you
me.
can tell that there was a bump there, and I didn't realize it was a zit at first.
You got a good shaped head though, man. You got
Yeah,
a good
you
shaped
do.
head.
Like
yeah.
I have
Yeah.
I have moles. I have like 4 or 5 moles on my head that I have to.
I
take
have
care
a
of all the
couple,
time. So
You don't really have moles, but you do have a really deep scar right here.
Yeah, it's when I have stitches.
Yeah. But once he actually showers and gets all this extra hair off, I'll be able to tell if I missed a spot.
So everybody out there probably needs to screenshot this just to make sure that we
I'm
have proof.
sexy and I know
We
it.
have proof that Q actually has shaved his head at one point. So there's at least 3 bald people on today's show.
But this is not the first time he shaved his head.
It's the first time I've ever put a razor to it, though.
This is the first time I've ever seen him.
He did it in high school.
No,
Okay, well I do know him in high
no, it
school.
was freshman year in college.
Oh, college. And he ruined his hair.
I had great fucking hair. It just flowed perfect. You know, it was like Justin Bieber on steroids hair.
I'll have to find one of his senior pictures. Oh, I know where they're at.
All right. So Q,
This has a really nice butt.
Q.
Good job, Q.
Q,
Yes.
is it over the rainbow or all you need is love?
All you need is love. Over the rainbow is my vote.
Gets it, Jess.
All you need is love. But my vote got stolen, so.
Oh yeah, it did. Sorry, after all that talk. Bubbles, finish this out.
Over the rainbow.
Actually, I think the person who didn't vote was me. I'm gonna give it a sweep on this one. 5-0 to the next round. Yeah, Kevin started that one off, so which means I start this one off. It's gonna be either "Love Me Like You Do" or "Marry You" by Bruno Mars. "Love Me Like You Do" is by Ellie Goulding, and I will be going with "Love Me Like You Do." That gets my vote. Q. "Love Me Like You Do" or "Marry You"?
Love me like you do.
Gets a vote. Jess
Love me like you do.
gets another one. Bubbles.
It's a beautiful night We're looking for something dumb to do. This again, I think you're right. It does not feel like a first dance song, like a traditional first dance song.
But in
But-
the same respect, Love Me Like You Do doesn't either.
But I feel like it's got more
it's
of that
too
slower
fast-paced.
tempo. I mean, it's not like as groovy. But I will go ahead and go with "Love Me Like You Do."
They're both pretty up tempo. I'm pretty sure that if you slow down both of these songs, they'd make a good first wedding song, first wedding dance song. But the only problem is that these are first dance songs entirely. So if the first dance you happen to have with your person is a fast paced song, it's a fast paced song. It's just whatever happens. They're just love songs. What it is. Kevin, finish this out.
Love Me Like You Do.
5-0 to the next round. Q starts us off. Q, is it Every Breath You Take or Don't Want to Miss a Thing? There you go.
Fucking son of a.
Oh my god, I did the same thing. I was like, and then I did it.
Daddy's being
Got a twofer right there,
It's-
man.
2 in a row.
Breath you take.
Oh, goodness. That is hysterical. All right. Sorry, Q. What's your vote after all that?
Well, I said that I would turn. Said I can combine both these titles and kind of make them not love songs anymore. And now it'd be just about watching somebody die, taking their every last breath. But I'm gonna go with Every Breath You Take.
Gets a vote, Jess.
So is Every Breath You Take versus what?
Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
Every Breath You Take.
My bad.
Bubbles.
Don't want to miss a thing.
Kevin.
Yeah, I don't want to miss a thing.
Which means there's a tie-breaking decision coming down to me. I still say Every Breath You Take is really creepy. Especially for like a first dance song. Like it's
Some people
And-
like that.
and it's by the Police, which makes it so much worse. I'm gonna go with Don't Miss a Thing.
Yeah, because the drugged out rock band's so much better.
Yeah, well, I just
Facts.
I mean, they might look like a lady. Don't Miss a Thing moves on 3-2 to the next round. Q started that one off, which means Jess starts this one off. Is it in the country section? Is it I Swear by John Michael Montgomery or Stealing Cinderella by Chuck Wicks?
I'm gonna steal Kevin's vote and go with I Swear.
You said that with the little neck roll and everything. Like, that's still Kevin's vote.
Yeah, well, you know.
No, we don't. Explain.
By the way, this is the last opportunity for myself, Jess, to pass the parcel. Jess just voted, so she can't pass the parcel. Or Bubbles and Q to steal a vote. Q's going last, so he can't really steal a vote anyway. Bubbles,
The Bunions.
this is your last opportunity to steal a vote. Is it I Swear or Stealing Cinderella?
I'm gonna go ahead and steal Q's vote, and we're gonna vote for Cinderella.
Kevin, out of curiosity, what would have your vote been?
Senator Buttholes over here.
I swear.
It would have been I Swear. Q, out of curiosity, what would have your vote been?
I swear.
And I'm going against both of you because I'm going for Stealing Cinderella. Again, one of my favorite songs. So
Guess I should have stole Bubbles' vote.
Right?
Damn it.
what's really funny is that I think Bubbles is the only one out of the two people that you could have stolen, with the exception of Q. But you already took his hair, so you can't really do too much else from him.
Right.
Stole your vote. So that means final four. Bubble starts us off. Rainbow, stealing the Over the Rainbow, Stealing Cinderella, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, or Love Me Like You Do. One of those songs to start us off.
Cinderella.
Cinderella, which means it is either. And by the way, steal a votes and pass the parcels are off the board. It's either Stealing Cinderella or Love Me Like You Do.
No.
I'm going to go with Love Me Like You Do on this one because I listened to that way more.
Gets the vote, Kevin.
I'm gonna give that a yep.
I'm gonna blow a load. Q.
I'm gonna swallow it.
Okay. That's a weird flex, but all right.
It's a weird flex, but I got it. You know, hey, I'm flexing, bro. All right. The first one. I don't even know what it is. The first one.
Love Me Like You Do.
Yeah, sure. Lick me
Jess.
like-
Is it Love Me Like You Do, which will be moving on, or Stealing Cinderella?
Love Me Like You Do.
I'm going to do the same thing on that one. 5-0. Kevin starts us off on the other side. Is it Over the Rainbow or I Don't Want to Miss a Thing?
I'm gonna blow my load.
Load has been blown. I'm going to go with Rainbow on this one. Q. Over the Rainbow. Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
Let's go with the rainbow.
Gets another one, Jess.
Don't want to miss a thing.
Bubbles.
Don't want to miss a thing.
Tie-breaking decision coming down to Kevin. Or did Kevin start that?
No, I blew my load.
Okay. He did start that. So, Kevin, tie-breaking decision. You know who's facing in the next round.
Oh,
Or
no,
in the finals. Rainbow or Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
we're staying with that ukulele.
So, in the finals, it's either Somewhere Over the Rainbow, the Hawaiian version, or Love Me Like You Do by Ellie Goulding. But for third place, I start us off, and it's... Okay. It's either Stealing Cinderella or I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Stealing Cinderella is one of my favorite songs of all time. And that's a hard list to make because I listen to a lot of fucking music. So Stealing Cinderella beginning my votes. Q. Stealing Cinderella or I Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
So it's like of all time, your favorite?
Like it's one of my top songs. Now that could be top 10, it could be top 50, it could be top 100.
Well, that's absolutely not narrowing it down whatsoever.
That's the thing though, is I listen to a lot of music. So I also have a very broad range of stuff that I like. So
Yeah, broad range, yeah. No, anyways, what were the choices?
it's either I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith or Stealing Cinderella by Chuck Wicks.
Yeah, I don't know who Chuck Dick is, so I'm gonna go with Aerosmith.
Get to vote, Jess.
Same. Don't want to miss a thing.
Bubbles.
Chuck Wicks used to date Julianne Hough. That's on Dancing with the Stars. fun fact. However, I am going to go with Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Yeah, that just seems more of like a first dance-ish song. Whereas the Chuck Wick seems more of a daddy-daughter dance.
Gets the vote and the win off of that one. Kevin, finish us out.
Don't want to miss a thing.
4-1 gets third place. June Cinderella gets fourth. Finals, Q starts us off. Q, Jess, and Bubbles. The last time to blow your load. Is it Somewhere Over the Rainbow Hawaiian version or Love Me Like You Do?
I'm going to blow it.
Q has decided to blow his load. Jess?
Love Me Like You Do.
Bubbles?
I am also going to blow my load.
Ooh, baby.
Kevin?
Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Careful, her hubby's right there.
I saw that and I got really scared for a second. I said I'd take the beating. Fuck it. No fight back. I'll just lay down and you can just 12. I don't care, bro.
Speaking of taking a beating, that is the first vote against Love Me Like You Do in the finals, which took away the option of a pearl necklace.
It wasn't me either.
But I do agree with Kevin's decision.
Sure.
I'm gonna go with Over the Rainbow on this one as well.
That was
There's
cold.
a lot of edging.
Yep. Q.
Yes.
Love Me Like You Do or Over the Rainbow?
Oh, shit, can you just love me like you do Over the Rainbow?
You wouldn't be that high.
I mean, there's definitely a pot of gold somewhere.
It's not gold.
It's gold right there.
I mean, this is gold. Yeah, this is gold. Anyhow, Love Me Like You Do
Gets a vote, which means it is a tie-breaking decision in the finals, coming down to Bubbles. Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Song, and I'm tied. I feel honored on this Sunday.
You should be.
Somewhere Over the Rainbow or Love Me Like You Do?
Time fitting.
I'm going to go ahead and go with Love Me Like You Do.
Do you have an opinion on this one, Mr. Bubbles?
Oh, it was just time relevant. I had my little over the rainbow to the smog place where I'm at, and just a perfect photographic moment where the rainbow ended right over our business. So, and I had it playing to that song on TikTok there. So, yep.
I'm about to say, did you take a picture of that? Because that would have been like a
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's a couple pictures and
A video, all of it, yeah.
nice. Love Me Like You Do, 3-2. Escapes without a pearl necklace on this one. We still only have one pearl necklace, if I remember right, so far out of any show, and that was a Disney episode. So there's that one. Followed by Over the Rainbow, the Hawaiian version. I cannot even try to pronounce that guy's name, but you guys know who it is. Third place is Don't Miss a Thing by Aerosmith, and then Chuck Wicks filing out fourth place with Stealing Cinderella. That is our show this week, guys. You can find Q at...
You can find me at, well, Bracket Bastards, of course. You can also find me at baldheads.com. You can also find me on Facebook under Quentin Vainster and on your Instagram under Master Bastard Q because, well, I'm the master of these bastards.
Not since you got your head shaved.
Shit, I'm even more of a master now.
Like I said, I think he looks better with this head shade, but like it just that might not be your flavor, but what it is.
Flavor.
Speaking of the right kind of flavor, you can find Jess at...
You can find me on Facebook under Just May Vandy or Instagram under Just May 93.
You can find Bubbles at...
You can find me right here on Bracket Bastards, or you can find me on the TikTok, and I did change my name to Bubbles the Senator. So, see you there.
You can find Kevin at...
You can find me in the Mod Squad Network official community on Facebook, also the Back to the Retro Review official community on Facebook, or at Back to the Retro Review, one word, on Instagram.
And I am your host of 5 different shows at this current time, Freddie Fisher. And you can find me at that on Facebook. While you're on Facebook, check out Bracket Bastards, the podcast audience vote, where you can vote along with a whole bunch of stuff right now. Currently, the voting process for perfectly cast roles round number 1 is going on right now up until 5 o'clock. So the next couple of hours, that is still until 6 o'clock. Sorry, 6 o'clock, and the next couple of hours, that is still alive. On Twitter, Fisher777, and we're and Instagram, as always, you can find me at Can't Lick Me, not one word. Next week, as I said, we are talking about perfectly cast roles. This list came from our, I would say, sister station, but they're not really a sister station over at I Did Not Make These Rankings. They did this as a draft episode, and I thought it was a good idea. So we're going to be doing that one next week. And hard, very difficult decisions will be made next week. I pity everybody who's going to be on next week's episode because it's going to be extremely fucking difficult. I try to end every single show with a quote. Today's quote comes from James Taylor from the song How Sweet It Is, and lyric from it. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Happy Valentine's Day, guys, and I'll see you next week.
Eagles.
Bye.